Welcome to part 4 of my recap. In this episode we see that Princess Lexia shocks everyone by proposing to Yuya, leaving her loyal knight Owen dumbfounded. He reminds her of her royal status and their lack of knowledge about Yuya. But Lexia insists it's love at first sight, sparking a spirited argument. Yuya jumps in, interrupting their argument, and invites them to his house. Owen is surprised to find out that he lives in this dark forest. Owen introduces himself as the captain of the Arzelian Knights, and Lexia proudly reveals her princess title. Yuya introduces himself, but his name throws them for a loop. They wonder if he's from another country, while Lexia fantasizes about him being a secret prince. Owen, however, has different concerns. Owen tells him that they were searching for Yuya to properly thank him for saving Lexia. She's been infatuated with him ever since. Lexia, true to her romance novels, proposes to Yuya again. Overwhelmed, Yuya thinks it's all too sudden. Lexia believes all love story has obstacles, so she suggests starting as friends. This princess is really determined. Owen asks Yuya to visit the royal palace at the king's request. Yuya hesitates, but Owen insists it's a royal command. Yuya reluctantly agrees, and while leaving Lexia tells him to prepare himself because she plans to win his heart next time when they meet. I guess her plan might be to end up in a more dangerous situation so that Yuya will have to marry her in order to avoid risking his life every time for her sake. On the other hand, we see a masked man, probably part of the royal family. He is furious after the assassins he sent after Lexia were taken out by monsters in the dark forest. He wonders how Lexia managed to return unharmed and warns his man not to fail him again. Back in the real world, Yuya marks his calendar for the day he plans to meet the king. I bet that's something he never imagined he would need to jot down on his calendar. Anyway, Yuya heads to the academy in his new uniform and everyone's eyes are on him, assuming he's a famous model. The director greets him, but he has a busy schedule, so he just advises him to enjoy his life. Yuya is introduced to the class as an official student, reuniting with Ryo and Shingo. Then, we're taken to a soccer game where we witness Ryo stealing the show with a goal. Yuya is then approached by a girl named Kaede Kazuma who wonders why he isn't joining the game. Yuya explains that his gym clothes haven't arrived yet. Ryo takes on the opposing team all by himself, and he pulls a clever trick by passing the ball to his teammate Akira Ichinose. Akira charges toward the goal, ready to unleash his special move, but he messes up and accidentally kicks it straight at Kaede. But guess what? Yuya swoops in, not only stopping the ball but also scoring a jaw-dropping goal in the blink of an eye. Everyone is shocked, left wondering how he moves with such lightning speed. Yuya quickly checks on Kaede, making sure she's alright, but she's left speechless, utterly captivated by his incredible skills. Akira rushes to apologize, offering to be Kaide's servant, but she assures him she's fine and kindly declines. Ryo vouches for Akira's quirky nature, and Akira thanks Yuya for saving them. Later, Kaori changes for gym class while girls discuss Yuya, seeing him as a prince. Kaede updates Kaori on the events, leading the other girls to speculate on Yuya's relationship status due to his coolness. However, both Kaori and Kaede insist nothing has been confirmed. Well, Yuya's future harem seems to be pretty bright. During his next class, Yuya waves to Kaori on the field, but chaos erupts as the dangerous delinquent group known as the Red Ogres arrives on motorbikes, swinging their bats and threatening everyone on the field. Yuya spots his siblings among the Red Ogres. Kaori questions their presence, and Yuya's brother, Yuta, reveals her identity as the director's daughter. They seek revenge for her dismissive attitude towards them and Yuya's enrollment. Despite Kaori's warning about the police, the goons believe they have the time to abduct her. They surround Kaori, and we see that Yuya's leg is shaking from the emotional trauma even though he has defeated much stronger monsters in the other world. His friends worry as he panics but snaps out of it. He opens the window and jumps out, shocking everyone since they are on the 4th floor, but Yuya lands unharmed. Yuya confronts his old bully, Araki, who sends his boys. Yuya effortlessly dodges and disarms them. Omori, an enormous guy, tries to stop Yuya but is easily tossed aside. Yuya reaches Kaori, but the gang boss attacks with his bike. Yuya evades the bike attack, causing the boss to crash. After that, police arrives and arrests all the delinquents. Yuya checks on Kaori, who suddenly becomes weak but he catches her, and they share a moment. Meanwhile, Yuta thinks that the red ogres were useless, but he suddenly gets choked by the boss who blames him for their situation. His sister pleads for mercy but gets kicked aside, leaving Yuta gasping for air. But Yuya gets in the way, breaking them up. Yuta expresses gratitude, while the boss charges at Yuya, only to be scared off. As the students wonder, Yuta questions why Yuya saved him. Yuya simply says that he couldn't abandon his family, despite their past treatment. His siblings are moved to tears, begging for his forgiveness and apologizing for everything they have ever done. He is joined by his friends, and he apologizes for the trouble that has occurred because of him, but they are all amazed by him and Yuya is happy to be with them. This is where the video ends. Thanks for watching and see you in the next episode. Please subscribe, turn on the bell notification, like, comment and share.